U.S. President Joe Biden on Tuesday warned a, quote, real shooting war may result from cyber attacks, and he pointed to Russia as a growing threat.
But I think it's more likely we're going to end up, if we end up in a war, a real shooting war with a major power, it's going to be as a consequence of a cyber breach of great consequence. And it's increasing exponentially, the capabilities.
Cybersecurity has risen to the top of the Biden administration's agenda after...
I guess that means that white supremacy, the number one national security threat, has fallen, right? Okay. What you just heard from the president of the free world, the president of the United States, Americans are just too stupid to realize what is happening here. And I hope that all of you are exercising uncomfortability. Yeah, we've been privileged. Regardless of color of skin, we have been privileged here in the United States. But your president just announced a shooting war with Russia. World Economic Forum, their simulation that was, is it Cyber Polygon? That was the name of it? Cyber Polygon? Cyber attack? Oh, far worse than coronavirus. Takes out the power grids throughout the world. These simulations that Americans can't quite get in their head, and I'm not talking about you guys, and I'm not talking about those who understand. These simulations, somehow they become real. Like that Event 201, the simulation, John Hopkins, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, World Economic Forum, a whole lot of law enforcement, mainstream media reporters simulating a pandemic that takes over the world. Oh my God, what's the name of it? Coronavirus. When was that simulation? October 2019. What happened just a few months later? Simulation becomes real. Okay. I hope you are all practicing. You know, putting yourself in really uncomfortable situations. Like, yeah, just turn off your electricity for a couple of days. See how it feels. Oh, a whole lot of you have experienced it due to weather being used as a weapon. We are being brought down. It's happening really fast. And the President of the United States just warned us that another cyber attack could lead to a shooting war with Russia. Scared? All of this is to scare the shit out of Americans. But we are going to see, I don't have any electricity. That's going to be happening a lot. Could happen for extended periods of time. I hope you're ready for it. We sat back and did nothing. And things are really unfolding fast.
A series of high-profile attacks on companies like SolarWinds, Colonial Pipeline, and Kaseya. Some of the hacks affected fuel and food supplies in parts of the U.S. During a June bilateral summit between the U.S. and Russia, Biden shared a list of off-limits critical infrastructure with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Since then, the White House says the two countries have been in constant contact about cyber attacks in the U.S. Biden also warned of the threat posed by China, saying President Xi Jinping was, quote, deadly earnest about becoming the most powerful military force in the world. Biden's comments mark a departure from his predecessor Donald Trump, who had a contentious relationship with U.S. intelligence agencies, especially over whether Russia interfered to help him win the 2016 election.
Can't listen to the bullshit anymore. Okay. We have Congress focused on January 6th, that insurrection, and it's so incredibly important to find out exactly what happened, even though Pelosi had been warned that, well, it could lead to what it led to. Our Pentagon was warned that maybe they should put out some National Guard. There are so many law enforcement agencies in Washington, D.C., and, it just unfolded that way, and it got out of control. Are you sick of the bullshit, Americans? They won't hold an investigation on how many elderly were killed by Cuomo. Oh, that's interesting, huh? Twitter just, deleted a whole lot of accounts once again. What were those accounts? The audit war room accounts. On the election. You want to listen to the bullshit that is put out by the propaganda arm of essentially the Democratic Party, but the Republicans do friggin' nothing. You want to listen to that bullshit? Over and over, garbage in, garbage out. You take garbage in and you put garbage out. There was, and still is, a whole lot of evidence of fraud. Now, is that part of the play? Is that part of the script that they are using to get the red and the blue team fighting one another so they never fight the enemies, one of which you're looking at right now? Well, they just deleted all of those accounts, the audit war room accounts on Twitter. We will not allow any evidence anymore. We're going with feelings. We want to manipulate the American public's feelings so they hate one another, and they're so easily deceived, so easily manipulated. Stupidity can be a form of evil, actually. When you are willfully stupid and just putting out your emotional opinion and you think that actually, it's the same weight as facts and evidence, you create all of what we are living today. It is, get ready to be uncomfortable, Americans. Now, a whole lot of you are, because you have already suffered the consequences of evil. Evil, okay? Like this guy, evil. And for those of you who, oh my God, evil doesn't really exist, and the new age, bullshitters, it does. For all of you who hear that word and go, oh, it's so religious, I cannot believe her. It's not about religion. It's not about, hey, let me just focus on the positive and I'll be happy for a time period until you're not. Until you begin to suffer the consequences of incredible evil that has exploded all over, not just the United States, but all over the world, because this guy is a friggin' puppet. He's a puppet taking his orders from those behind the curtain. Oh, God, you're such a conspiracy theorist. I cannot. I'm going to have to walk away from you because I know what happens to conspiracy theorists. They get tracked. They get watched. They're dissidents, extremists. You've believed all the horseshit forever. I can't stand it. We're going down fast. Your president just warned you of a war, a shooting. Cyber attacks could cause real shooting war. You know what the shooting's going to be? The shooting's going to be your fellow Americans pointing a gun at you, shooting you. And that's why I've always said it's really important that you are armed, because, the shit's been hitting the fan forever. And a whole lot of people who have not experienced the consequences of this great evil. It's, yeah, arm yourself. Because Americans, your fellow Americans, will be coming after you. It's remarkable. The baby boomers. It's sickening to watch so many of them just turn into something that is as despicable as this guy. And baby boomers, by the way, those of you who write the comments, it has nothing to do with the baby boomers. It's that generation. It's the millennial. It's no. Who the hell are these people who now have become tyrants, who are destroying this country? Who do you think they are? They're baby boomers. Delusion, even in the awake crowd. This guy is so sick, disgusting, criminal, corrupt to the bone. Mainstream media protects him. Oh, have you seen this video? Let's see, where is it? By the way, mandate. Federal workers. But I wasn't a federal worker, so I did nothing. Evil spreads by good people doing nothing. And I see them. And I see them in the cyber world. I see them in the real world. They know what's going on, and they don't do a thing. It's like I am just concerned about myself, and that's it. And I'm sick of it. So this is the video. Viral video now. Listen to this. This is your president. This is this disgusting, despicable piece of crap who has no moral fiber in him. No moral core at all. And people who are left without a moral core, they can do anything to anyone. And they don't give a shit as long as they protect themselves and apparently their offspring.
If you have a piece of crack cocaine no bigger than this quarter that I'm holding in my hand, $1/4 of $1, we passed a law through the leadership of Senator Thurmond and myself and others, a law that says if you're caught with that, you go to jail for 5 years. You get no probation. You get nothing other than 5 years in jail. Judge doesn't have a choice. Under our forfeiture statutes, the government can, take everything you own. Everything from your car to your house, your bank account, not merely what they confiscate in terms of the dollars from the transaction that you just got caught engaging in. They can take everything. I don't care why they become a sociopath. We have an obligation to cordon them off from the rest of society. They are in jail, away from my mother, your husband, our families. So I don't want to ask what made them do this. They must be taken off the street.
If you didn't know who that was, it was Hunter Biden. Here's his Zoom call with his dead brother's wife that he apparently had an affair with. These videos are coming out. Where's mainstream media on this? Now, you know, I am not a Trump fan, and I have a Trump playlist, and I show he's just one of them. But if you're not recognizing that our mainstream media propagandists are always protecting the Democrats, and they come after the Republicans in a way that when Joe Biden said, when he was asked whether or not he was going to campaign, which is remarkable that he was even asked that question, but he was asked that question to let Americans know the answer. Now, are you going to campaign in 2024 after he's only in office for maybe 2 months? What did he say? I don't even know if there's going to be a Republican Party. Hello, Americans! Did you not hear the President of the United States, who's a Democrat, say, I don't even know if there's going to be a Republican Party? And now you're seeing over and over again the Democrats going after the Republicans. It's a staged play. I understand that. But how do you get through to the willfully stupid? You can't. You can't. They are the ones who are destroying our lives. Hunter Biden. Now you saw what they did with the Trumps and the Trumps' children. Mainstream media. Everything was Trump, 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 as if we didn't have more things going on that were important for the American people to understand, to know. This is it.
Well, I think we should discuss that while you're there,
okay,
yeah.
But why did you call me at 9 o'clock in the morning to tell me that? On the morning that the Marine Dowd article comes out?
I didn't know about Marine Dowd.
Well, you did before you started talking to me,
You
Allie.
wouldn't attack me, that you would be a bit more humble.
I did not
I was
attack
wrong,
you.
and it pissed me off.
I didn't attack you.
Okay, you said I'm going to use against you.
No,
Okay.
I said to
and
you,
then
Allie,
you said I haven't
I
been
don't want to
supportive.
give you
You didn't
information about
notice I
this
was being
program
supportive.
because
Okay.
I'm afraid that you'll use it against me as not
Okay.
being enough.
I can't keep talking. We're going to go round and round
I'm
in
not
circles.
arguing, Allie. I'm asking you.
Okay, I don't know. I think we should schedule a visit and we'll talk with the therapist. I'm not going to continue to argue, and I don't want to talk and make things worse. Hello?
Smoke your crack. Yeah, it's interesting that these videos are coming out now when that laptop, well, that was still during Biden campaigning. It is sickening, this country. And when everything is now so in our face, it is more sickening. So, you have a criminal organization, aka federal government, with a criminal president who has just warned you, Americans, cyber attack could lead to a shooting war. You gonna do anything? Or, oh, I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. I'm all about myself and I just want to be happy. Sorry for those of you who don't like me saying that it's the American people. Am I talking about every American? No. Am I talking about the majority? And the majority does create, they manifest the reality in every society. The majority. How did we get here to manifest the nightmare we're living? The majority of Americans love their delusion, love the lies, hear this, and hear so much more that they really should be outraged about. But no, I'm about myself and I'm going to be happy. Well, I don't like the suffering that this causes. And Americans, they sure do know how to cause an awful lot of suffering. No, it's not just these sick, psychopathic, narcissistic, subhuman things that have caused this. The only hope, if you want to smoke some, opium, or get together maybe with, I don't know, this guy and smoke. The only hope is the American people, not the sick, psychopathic bastards who are the puppets taking their orders and implementing what people like Klaus Schwab want. World Economic Forum, if you don't know anything about it, maybe you want to check it out. How about the Davos elite, who are literally reshaping the world for their own sick, perverted pleasure? You want to roll your eyes? Keep doing it. Keep rolling your eyes. Oh, what a conspiracy theorist she is. Sick, twisted, feared, they're beaten down Americans, man. Not brave, not courageous. Can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. And I'm sick of it. We're looking at an August. That's not going to be fun. We are looking at an August. That is not going to be fun. Federal workers, get vaccinated or test. Keep testing. We've got to make sure that you don't have that lying narrative inside you. We're in such trouble. And it's so surreal to see people just go about their business like nothing's happening. Unbelievable.